That hot fire coming in on you. Hey man, welcome everybody to another episode of No Balls, No Glory. I am your man, the people's champ, and I'm not here alone. I'm here with the sports gurus. Say what's up to our listeners, y'all.
What up, people?
What's up?
What's up, everybody?
Hey man, we're gonna go and kick it on off with my girl, the first lady of No Balls, No Glory, Crystal Clear. Crystal, introduce yourself.
What's up, everybody? It's Crystal Clear. How's everybody doing this evening?
Oh, we doing good.
Living the dream, baby.
That's it,
what's
man.
Up?
Hey man, we're gonna swing.
What's up?
We're gonna swing it on over to my man, Game Related. Game Related, introduce yourself, brother.
What up? I'm Game Related, the original. Grass is on the field. Let's play ball.
My dude. Hey, he told y'all, grass on the field, we play ball. That's what it is. Man, we're gonna swing it. Hey, we're gonna swing it on over to my man. D-Nose, introduce yourself, brother.
What up, sports fans? It's your boy D-Nose, aka Beats by Desaurus. I know we a little late. Thanks for bearing with us. Let's get going.
That's it, man. Just like that. And last but not least, the man, the myth, the legend, Coach Corey. Introduce yourself, man.
What's up, everybody? I'm Coach Corey, man. As I always say, reach one, teach one. From the loop to the 10, man, we back at it again. It's a lot of hot topics happening. We need to get on to them, and let's make it happen.
Man, just make them happen, Captain. Hey, man, did y'all check the group chat? Is West 10 in the group chat, man? Because, you know, this bastard always come and try to get in the group chat, man. Is West 10 set, man? Is he settled?
West 10 may not be with us tonight.
I think he might be working.
Yeah.
Okay. My man, shout out to my man West 10, man. My dude, man. Hey, man, so how everybody doing today, man?
I'm good.
We good.
We're good, man. That opening track was a tribute track to our late great brother Shock G, who we lost last year.
Oh man,
Crystal
I love
Clear's
it.
got Kobe up in her background.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant.
Shock
Kobe
G,
Bean.
the one who put the satin on their panties.
Coach Corey, you will remember that verse, don't you?
Yes, sir. Hey, man, I got my wall up, my Lakers wall, for all them bricks they were shooting today. They can build me a whole wall, so I just wanted to shout out to the Lakers, man, for giving me this nice plush brick wall back here.
Is it a wailing wall or just the brick wall?
Man,
Yeah,
stop
man.
it, man.
Hey, it's nice, old. It's one of them old European style brick walls.
Man, you need to stop it, man.
That wall of China.
Yeah, hey, that's some of the top bricks you can buy right there.
Can't get them in the stove.
No, man.
Dang. And
Imported.
right on, at OQ, MB just shot a jump shot on one leg.
MD stinks, man.
Hey, man, you can't get these bricks just any old where.
Hey,
These
man.
special bricks.
These are catching bricks.
So what else, man? What else we got going on, y'all?
Man, just trying to get through this week. Trying to get to this next round of playoffs after this crazy ass divisional round.
That is it, man. Big time crazy, man. Crazy, man.
So do we think we're gonna have shootouts, or we're gonna have two shootouts, or what? Two close games?
We're gonna get to that when we get to that. We ain't gonna discuss. We ain't gonna tip our hands just yet, so people can slide up out of here on us, man.
Don't slide out, but I tell you what, if you missed What the Hell Tuesday, you need to go back. Yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
You
That was
definitely
one of
need
the
to
better
go
what
back.
the hell segments. I would attest to that one.
Hey man, what the hell is just an amazing segment, man. That everybody just be coming in and just doing their thing, man. Hey man, what about you, Game? How you doing today, brother?
Man, running it been up about 23 hours so far. But no balls, no glory. You know what I'm talking about? Gotta keep it pushing.
My man say no balls, no glory, man. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I ain't even gonna complain about my being up since 5 a.m.
Hey, nah.
Ah, you was up for another reason. You was up getting that little wig split.
Ha 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 ha.
Yeah. Yeah, the grandbaby was crying.
Nah, she was up getting that hair done.
Oh no. I had my hair done the other day. Y'all just didn't notice it.
You did? I know Rocky.
I
Shout out to
You saw
Rocky. Shout out to Rocky,
I
man.
like her though.
Right.
Rocky hooked it up. See, I gotta give it to you, Rocky. Hey,
Is
Rocky
that
do that
green?
thing.
Is
What
that
color is
green?
that?
it's green and purple and
Okay.
blonde.
Look at you, got royalty colors in your head.
Yes.
Okay, she must got.
Yes.
Hey, she must got some cracking, man. Hey, you got
Hey.
your little date going on or something. You got
Nah,
Hey,
lunch date.
that's grandma
nah,
mine. Grandma mine got a
yeah.
whole different plan
Hey,
going on now.
hey, just like my girl said on Baby Boy, Grandma got a life too.
Yeah, grandma mine is doing some things these days.
Hey man, hey
It
man,
just went final 105 to 87. The Lakers take another L. So they are back under 500 again.
dude, you just acting like, man, they just took an L the other night. They beat Brooklyn, dude. Stop it, man.
Well, they beat Brooklyn without Kyrie, without
Here we
James Harden,
go.
without.
James Harden played. Stop. Only person that was injured was KD, man. It is
Hey,
what it is,
Kyrie
man.
wasn't there.
Hey
And
man.
Kyrie wasn't there because it was in Brooklyn. And
Hey
let's be
man.
real, Brooklyn can't stop a runny nose, so that really don't count.
You just trying to make up an excuse. So dub is a dub. They back. That's all I'm gonna
that's
say. They
that's
back.
That's
that's
it.
what you're saying right now.
They back.
Yeah.
And since I want y'all to keep that same energy, man. Hey,
Uh,
all-star teams, all-star captains named today. LeBron and KD are all-star captains, man.
why?
And the starter pool announced today as well. So joining
Right.
LeBron as a starter is the little light-skinned cat, Steph Curry. Hey, John Morant, West 10 boy, John Morant, Nikola Jokic, and Andrew Wiggins. Wig made that starting five on the West team, man. So shout out to Andrew Wiggins getting a start and everything, man. Then joining my
Two
then joining
Warriors in the starting lineup.
still one Laker dominant, that's the captain. But hey, from the East, you got the
Because it's a
Slim Reaper.
popularity. It's a popularity contest. That's the only reason.
This dude is
He
playing
was
lights out basketball, man. Hey, we got the
he
Slim
was by
Reaper.
the skin against him.
There you go. She hate, man. Don't want no more Lakers stuff no more. Burn it. Hey,
That's the man I have right there.
oh my God, man. You what? Every time you just hurt my heart. I love you to death, but you just hurt my heart, man. You wasn't back when Magic and Worthy and Jabbar and Michael Cooper and the original 40-year-old virgin AC Green. You're not that Laker. You that Kobe Laker. Okay, I understand. Hey, but the East, 12 time.
LA Lakers.
Hey, I'm Laker to the heart, baby. 12-time All-Star KD. He got DeMar DeRozan and Trae Young in the backcourt. He got Joel Embiid, Giannis, and KD. And that East team is tough, man. That East team gonna be tough, man. That's gonna be a good All-Star, man. That East team is gonna be tough.
They don't play no ball to the fourth quarter, so it don't matter.
But
Well,
still,
they doing a little different now. So that format they got for the last 2 years has made them play a little harder. Where you got to win where the money counts. If you who wins each quarter, and then the team who has the highest score, then they put the score all together, and then once they reach a certain score in the fourth quarter, it's over with. So they make them play a little harder, but it's still Jokic gonna be like he was last year. He gonna be on the bench for most of the game.
Right. Well, we will see how that end up transpiring and everything. But
LeBron may not even play.
A lot of them may not play, man. So, and speaking of that, the Lakers just took one on the chin, 105-87 to the T-Wolves. To the 76ers. The Warriors and the T-Wolves finna kick off later on tonight. All of them on TNT tonight. So Warriors and T-Wolves getting ready to kick off later on tonight. So we got that set right there and everything. What else in our NBA news? LeBron dealing with sore left knee day to day. Did LeBron play tonight?
No,
because he's soft.
Okay, but he didn't play tonight. He didn't play tonight, but I mean, hey, it is.
Because you know why? Because he don't want to have to play against Joel Embiid tonight. He'll play against somebody that ain't gonna be as physical tomorrow.
Man, you just don't like this dude.
They play Charlotte tomorrow.
Oh yeah, he'll be ready to go tomorrow. Be ready to go.
Hey man.
Other NBA, you see what I put in the group text? The other NBA news.
What's that?
Kind of huge.
My God.
Draymond Green.
Draymond is gonna be a TNT reporter during the season, active.
Oh, why?
Active.
TNT.
In game reporting, huh?
Yeah.
An active player as an NBA as an analyst on TNT. That's a first, ain't it?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
That is first, man. Hey, I'm gonna slide back and let D take it from here. We just talked about a little bit of NBA. D, I'll be back on with you guys momentarily to really chop it up, jump inside this NFL later on. But we are talking about this NBA. Mr. LeBron James, day to day, left knee soreness, didn't play tonight. They took a loss, but it is what it is, man.
Big softy.
Still hating, man. That is not cute.
And the Lakers' record is what?
25-26.
And it is January 26th, and they're still below 500.
You can stop it, man.
They've been at
500
15 times this year.
Okay. I'm gonna let
the Jared Hall crew is living up to their name. That's all. What can I say?
The good news is they get 2 shots at the play-in tournament.
Yes, sir.
They're gonna need it.
They're gonna need a day of rest in between games.
Why y'all just do the Lakers like that though, man? I'm just curious.
The Lakers brought that on themselves.
They really did.
Like you all, hey, in the immortal words of Dino, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. And that's all it is. It's a marathon.
This is true, but guess what? You still have to finish the marathon.
Right, you can't limp to the finish line and have somebody carry you.
Sir, the race is over.
The race is not over, man.
You kind of want to finish the race.
I'm gonna tell y'all something.
Don't be like old girl that cheated and took a damn New York cab, got her ass out like right before the finish line, splashed some water on her face.
I'm gonna tell you something, man. Hopefully you brothers read the Bible and everything, man.
Ain't no biblical verse that can say the Lakers, dog.
Hey.
I don't know. Don't bring the Bible into it.
Hey, nigga, shut up and let me tell you.
Turn water into wine and all that.
Hey,
do not put this on you.
Walk on water.
Hey,
right. Don't put no holy water, none of this in this, man, because it ain't gonna happen.
Man. The race is. I know.
This what I got for you, Lakers.
Man, set your ass down.
Hey man, the race is not given to the swift. but to those who endure. And I'm gonna let y'all chop it up for it. To the, hey, tell them again, game to the end. Those who endure to the end. That's all y'all need to know. Read that verse, man. The race is not given to the swift. But I'll be back. I'll be back momentarily, man, and really jump on y'all because you know I don't run from smoke.
Gotta make it to the end,
the people's champ never runs from smoke. I'll be back, like the Terminator said. Dino, take it away, Dino.
So we'll continue the symposium about the Lakers, as they are still below 500 as we head into the second half of the season. Now,
don't put that on Jesus' plate. He looking. He just said, "Oh, I can't do nothing with that."
You can't.
I can't help that.
Well, what kills me about the Lakers is now people are starting to speak out, like LeBron and Frank Vogel was like, "Hey, we was all in on Russ," and then now everybody's saying, "Well, Rob Pelinka wasn't all in on Russ. He wanted somebody else." So now the little infighting is gonna happen because now they want to get rid of Russ. So now they're trying to, now they want to try to point fingers at who made the decision to get Russ and who didn't. Hey man, it's too late now. It's too late. Y'all gotta make a decision. Keep them or get rid of them.
The crazy part about it is, I don't think that's where they messed. I don't think that's solely where they messed up when they got Russ. I think what they messed up is that they got Russell Westbrook and did not get they could have got at least one or two shooters that shoot above 35%, or at least 35% from three. I mean, how you gonna get Mr. Triple Double and there's nobody that forces him to pass the ball to?
Right.
Like when he was in Houston, he had to give it to James Harden. He got shooters and Eric Gordon. He has to give it to those guys. When he's up in Washington, you can't justify not giving Bradley Beal the ball. You can justify not passing it to Malik Monk. Justify not kicking it out to some of these guys that are on the Lakers. Right. Like you when you force Russell Westbrook to think that he really is the most dominant one on the court, then he makes bad choices. You got to have somebody else out there that makes him make a actual better decision.
I don't think that would help because he just does not fit their system.
Well,
I've saying it for months that he doesn't. A, he doesn't fit their system, and B, the dude is a diva. He's a cancer. So he's gonna pout if he doesn't get what he wants. You know, he wants to be the big dog. He wants to be the alpha. And like you said, he may think he's the alpha, but we see his play, we don't see that.
Yeah, this started way before the Westbrook trade because they mismanaged this whole money thing with how they paid people and going out to get AD and all that. They put too much money out there on just a couple players and didn't allow themselves any room for anyone else.
Yeah,
They had to go back and get these budget guys that are older at the end of their careers. That's not the way.
Yeah, you're right. Believe it or not, they still paying for deals that Mitch Kupchak. They still are. They're still trying to clean up stuff from Mitch Kupchak. Some of those contracts that he did, and that they weren't able to get fully out from up under, and they didn't do themselves no favors with the AD trade. They pushed all their chips to the middle of the table, and put themselves in a situation where they was going to have to win with AD. They almost would have did better just running it back from last year.
Yeah.
They could have signed Melo. Players that they had. Maybe you do let Drummond go, but there's no way that you trade away your defense. Your defensive, because Kuzma and KCP could knock down a three. Caruso was scrappy on defense. You got rid of your role players, your defensive players to go get one guy.
So we get some names.
Go get some names. To go get one guy who is not a good defender and not a good shooter.
He's a name though. He's a draw. But you gotta understand, you out in the West, man. Like you're gonna have to score to keep up.
Right.
Why would you not go get shooters? You out West. You ain't in the East. If the Lakers was in the East, I promise you they'd be above 500.
Yeah.
Easy. But you out West. That's a whole different beast out there.
A whole different beast.
Yeah, I think they messed up when they broke up the original team that won the title. When they didn't keep that team together. When they let Dwight Howard and all them walk the first time. That's the team they should have ran back.
Exactly. And you look at like teams like you had to see. Now I don't think anybody necessarily expected to see Golden State doing what they're doing right now to come out the gate like that. But I think everybody had a feeling after the way that they ended the season last year and how they played that they was going to at least be a top 5 seed team. That they was going to at least, especially with Klay coming back at some point this season. So you knew you was going to have to deal with that. You had to deal with Utah. You had to deal with Phoenix. These teams were not going to go anywhere. Like you said, they're going to put up numbers. These teams are going to put up 110 in their sleep. Right. And you got to be able to match that. And then you got some of the better defensive teams in the Western Conference.
Right.
Like they hitting you on both ends on out West. Whereas out East, the reason why the Brooklyn Nets are favored or people throwing all this stuff at them is because they're a high octane offense with all three of those guys out there. They don't play defense, but not too many people can outscore them in the East.
So let's say if the Lakers went to the East and Brooklyn went out West, how would they do?
If Brooklyn went out West, they wouldn't be a top 3. They'd be at the bottom.
Really?
Because they cannot play defense. And you can't
but how many
be
teams
out there
out West
on a
play
limb.
Defense?
But it's more teams. It's more teams out West that put up more points. So what end up happening is you'll have a bunch of 125, 130 to 120, 125 games that that the Nets will lose. Like it's not like they're gonna get blown out, but you can't if you can't stop Phoenix from going off, you can't stop heck Minnesota, Dallas. These teams can put up points, and the Nets can't stop nobody. Problem is, they got a lot of grind out teams out East, but the Nets are managing to actually outscore them. That's what they did last year. All the games that they won last year, if you look at them, most of them, they didn't blow out anybody. That's why James Harden got hurt at the end of the year. That's why Kyrie Irving was hurt at the end of the year. Because they were playing bulk minutes. It wasn't the same thing that Kevin Durant was used to in Golden State. In Golden State, making those runs, nobody played more than 30 minutes. They was blowing teams out third quarter and sitting in the fourth quarter. That's how they load manage. That's actually the proper way to load manage. When you're a dominant team, you take care of the teams that you're supposed to beat handedly so that your stars can rest in the fourth quarter.
Okay.
That's how you don't have to sit your stars for multiple games. But
got it. Game, did you want to add
we
something?
We shall see.
We're gonna move on to our next topic. NFL news. Big Ben. The clock has struck midnight as he calls it a career after 18 years and 2 Super Bowl championships with the Steelers. What are your thoughts on Big Ben retiring? First ballot Hall of Famer?
Yeah, I think so.
It hurts me to say yes to that because I don't like the Steelers. But you got to give props where props is due.
Yeah, I think they're going to give him first ballot.
Yeah, I think so. Because
I mean,
His resume.
he's got good numbers. I mean, he's had some pitfalls, but I mean, he did put up some numbers. I think the fact that he's got 2 Super Bowl championships is what's going to really
The two
boost
Super
his
Bowl
numbers
and
to
the
help him
record,
get in. Yeah,
and the fact that he doesn't have too many. He doesn't have too many losing seasons, and he doesn't have a whole lot of consecutives. We didn't make the playoffs.
right. And to be honest, outside of AB, Ben Roethlisberger did a lot with not very much. He's had a pretty good running game throughout the years, but
And a
as far
good defense to back him up.
Yeah,
yeah,
good
as far
defense.
as receivers, he hadn't really had any really good receivers. He kind of made them
Hines Ward.
good, yeah, and pretty much AB. I mean,
Samuel was solid.
yeah, but
He didn't have that guy. He didn't have like the Odell Beckhams and the
Yeah, he didn't have
Devontae
like a
Adams.
top 5 receiver. He had decent
Yeah.
receivers.
yeah. So
He made them. Even AB. AB was what, a 6th round.
Yeah, he was a late pick.
mhm.
He got
He
it
was
from
a
another
late
small
pick.
school. Yeah,
He was a
AB
late
wasn't
pick, and
I don't think he was a top pick coming out of college.
No,
no.
But most of your
So
stars in the NFL are late round.
yeah, because that's where the hunger is, man. Some of these top picks, they get there and they get that money and they don't have the hunger.
Yeah.
Guys like Brady and AB and all those guys, people aren't really giving them a shot. So they have a different attitude towards trying to make it and a different hunger about, getting there. And they sometimes go harder than people could ever imagine to get there. So
right.
late round guys, sometimes are the way to go.
And a lot of times with late round guys, you end up getting guys who have actually played longer too.
Yeah.
Right.
They
Or
And
do 2
part of
years
that
of college
thing,
and get drafted. They probably had to go the JUCO route, like a Terrell Owens,
yeah.
Right.
or went to a smaller school, Randy Moss.
Jerry Rice.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have more of a zest to play, and they
Yeah.
always have a chip on their shoulder or something to prove.
Right.
I'll tell you,
Right.
another question came up this week in the conversation. We were still talking about Ben. There are a lot of quarterbacks who don't necessarily have the Super Bowl, but they have the numbers. And then there are quarterbacks that have Super Bowls, but not numbers. In your opinion, which one is more important, the Super Bowl rings or the numbers to get in the Hall?
I think the Hall values the championships more than the numbers.
So Eli
Yeah.
first ballot?
I think because he got 2 Super Bowls, yeah, he's going to be a first ballot.
And you know what
Um,
they actually had that conversation on First Take this morning
oh, they did?
about Eli.
Phillip Rivers.
No, Big Ben specifically up against each other.
Mhm.
Who's had the better, better career? And Stephen A. and Swagoo and Damian Woody were like Big Ben. Dan was like Eli, and Damian Woody's like, how do you put Eli in that category when he's had 2 seasons where he led the league, two or 3 seasons where he led the league in interceptions? How is that? How do you put all because his 2 Super Bowl rings came against Tom Brady?
That's it.
That's
And
it.
his last name is Manning.
Yep.
That don't hurt either.
Right. I don't even think. I mean,
Peyton only got 2. Okay, here's a better
Right.
question. If Peyton Manning never won a Super Bowl, just on his numbers, first ballot?
Yeah.
yeah,
But-
he has.
Like
a-
Dan
So
Marino
then that
first
throws the
ballot.
Super Bowl theory out the window. Dan Marino, no ring, first ballot.
Well,
I think
the
that.
reason why
I
you
think
can't
that.
throw the- Go ahead, Crystal. I'll come after you.
I think that when it comes like no Super Bowl rings, you gotta have numbers like Dan Marino and Peyton Manning to first ballot. Like you can't be first ballot just because you know you was a pretty decent, a good quarterback. Like they have great, they have record breaking numbers for regular season. They just ran into some people in the Super Bowl that they couldn't beat. It's one that's when the any given Sunday thing got there.
Mm-hmm. I get you.
It wasn't so much that they were like horrible. They were great, but that any given Sunday bit them on that Super Bowl Sunday.
And Dan Marino never had a running game either. You get him a running back, he probably walk away with a ring. Keep in mind, John Elway never got a ring until he got who? Sherelle Davis.
That's facts. And I was a huge Elway fan in the 80s, and I still owe bets from that time period. I didn't pay up. Thanks, John.
Man.
But that's facts though, man. That running game, that's kind of what ailed the Chiefs for most of last season and this season is a lack of a running game.
Yeah.
Look at all 4 teams that are left now.
Yeah.
What do they have? Strong
running games.
They can run it all day.
And one of the teams that should have been there, what happened?
They didn't run the damn ball.
The coach went away. They got a strong running game, and the coach decided that in the most inclement weather, I'm not going to use it.
No, let's just pass it.
Right.
That's a good segue. That's actually a good segue because we're gonna skip to that. So that same offensive coordinator that you're talking about is now the new head coach of the Denver Broncos.
Wow.
Thoughts?
I think that more and more that this starts to, the more that this starts to play itself out, we're looking more and more towards Aaron Rodgers remaining a Green Bay Packer.
Based on that move.
Like, yeah, because this is a guy that we could say is Matt LaFleur at the end of the day, but if he's been offensive coordinator for the last 2 years, right?
I don't know how long Nathan Hackett was there, but
if he's been there for the last 2,
yeah, they got to the two NFC championship games, and then they lost the division round this year.
And you had questionable calls.
Very questionable.
At the end of the game, does Aaron Rodgers really trust him?
Caveat: if he actually likes this guy, because I've heard rumors about Rodgers to Denver.
Right.
Okay, they just hired the OC, so you're not going into a situation with a coach that you're not familiar with.
Right.
And he gushed over this dude, talking about how he enjoyed working with him, and he was a good guy and had control of the room and all that good stuff. So I think this move is probably gonna help him to get to Denver.
Mm-hmm. Now, second part is Devontae follow him to Denver.
I think if they can work it out, I think he's gonna go. I really think if Aaron goes and they can find a way to get him there, he's gonna go too.
Let's be real. Aaron Rodgers doesn't need a humongous paycheck.
No, he ain't in it for the. Not at this point. He wants the ring.
He doesn't need a humongous paycheck
because so that second ring will catapult him past a lot of other great quarterbacks that only have one championship, like Drew Brees.
Mm-hmm.
Or I throw out another name, but that just Steve Young, one ring.
Right.
But Russell Wilson,
one ring.
But remember what we talked about, and I told y'all about these black coaches getting jobs. These jobs where teams aren't far from rebuilding, look who they're giving those jobs to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This team is pretty much set up. They don't have a quarterback, and I heard them say today that Denver is Tampa Bay from a year ago. They just don't have a quarterback. If Aaron Rodgers was to go there and Devontae Adams go there, it automatically pushes them to the top and makes them a Super Bowl contender.
Now, what do y'all think about this? They made this argument too today. Aaron Rodgers going to the AFC versus staying in the NFC, where the AFC has all of these up and coming gunslingers, and particularly Denver. That's the AFC West.
With
That's
Herbert
Mahomes
and Mahomes.
and Herbert and Mahomes. And then you also in the same conference with Josh Allen. These are guys, and also
Don't say Mac Jones.
But
Mac Jones.
Don't you do it.
But see, I think that makes Aaron Rodgers want to go compete because he is a diva. He wants to prove to everybody that he's the better of everybody. He wants to
But he blew
prove
it.
why he's the MVP every year.
But you
So
blew
him
it.
going to this division with a better team and better receivers is his opportunity to say, see, look, you give me what I want, I can win the Super Bowl. I can be better than these guys.
But he had everything there he needed in Green Bay.
Obviously,
The defense, the defense kind of, hung him out to dry a couple seasons ago, particularly against the 49ers. But he had everything he needed in Green Bay to get it done. Aaron Rodgers didn't get it done. Like I said, he's my guy. I can't give him a pass, especially for this last game. You got to find a way to win that game, bro.
Right.
You have to. At home, this is the second 2 years in a row you lost in Green Bay in the winter. That's supposed to be a win. That's supposed to be a home field advantage.
Right.
He's not supposed to be able to come in there and what is it, 2 degrees out, 6, whatever it is,
Right.
and hang with y'all. That's just not supposed to happen.
You're right. They basically let the 49ers hang around. Because I turned it off when it was 10-0. It was like, oh, I know they got that in Lambeau. I looked back and was like, wow. He didn't put no more points on the board, not another field goal, no nothing.
Well, it was some conservative-ass play calls, too, by the OC, who is now a head coach. And guess what? We talked about this Tuesday about OCs being head coaches.
Right.
DCs make better head coaches. Facts.
Definitely.
Yeah, offensive coordinators are too much diva-ish. They only concerned with one side of the ball.
Yep, we got
One
a
side of
laundry
the
list
ball.
of them. Mike McCarthy, Mike Martz. Who else can we throw out there? What's my guy's name? Norv Turner.
Yeah.
All OCs that failed miserably as head coaches.
Whereas defensive coordinators, they know that defense wins championships, and they hire good offensive coordinators.
So I don't even have to think about offense. Like, we'll just make decisions as far as you
Right.
want to go for it. Okay, what play you want to call? Okay, go with that.
Yeah.
That's the extent of what I want to know about the offense.
Right. But because he's a defensive coordinator, so he's a defensive minded coach. He's looking at the other team's defense and why it's going on. And when the offensive coordinator pulls a rabbit out of his behind, like, that ain't gonna work. Go with something else. They gonna eat that up.
Okay. Well, how about this one? Because we never asked this question. What about special team coaches being head coaches?
That's not working as the Jets.
It's the Jets, coach. Nothing works in New York.
The Jets got Salas. He is supposed to be the hot thing.
Salas is actually decent, man. It's New York. It's the Jets. That's all I can tell you.
Jets, 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 Jets.
Jets ain't been back to the Super Bowl since Joe Namath. I ain't say
But,
won. They haven't even been back.
right, but they got the best chant in football, though.
That's about all they
The
got.
best chant.
Right, the best chant.
Do they have the best shade of green? Do they have the best
Jets.
shade of green? Packer green, Jet green, or Eagle green?
Right.
It's AstroTurf green because they always on their back. They always getting ran over.
Wow.
Look, all I know is that Mike Greeny said that when the Jets win the coin, and he a Jets fan, when the Jets win the coin toss, they should elect to go home.
Oh wow.
Wow.
I mean,
He said
that's a
they
fan
should
being
elect to
real.
go home.
You know your team ain't right.
The only team worse than the Jets,
Is the Giants right now?
the Lions.
No. I would if
No,
I had to pick
yeah.
if I had to pick between the Jets and the Lions, give me the Lions. And I hate the
Yeah.
Lions because they forced the GOAT to retire. I will forever hate the Lions for that. They'll
Yep.
never get out of my doghouse.
Yeah. You know,
Never.
that year he retired, I actually ran into him in the airport, got his autograph, and I personally begged him not to do it.
Really?
Really. I
Tell
ran
the
into
story.
him
Tell us the
at
story.
airport, and I was working for TWA. And I was getting off work. No, I was just walking the terminal in between flights. He was sitting in the corner. I walked over there and sat down and started talking to him. And I asked him personally, I was like, from me to you, man, don't retire. Go somewhere else. He told me he wouldn't, but you know how I go.
So was that the flight over to London where he went over and then sent his retirement letter? He faxed it?
Where he was sitting at, it wouldn't have been, he wasn't sitting where the international flights go out at. He was actually sitting where domestic flights travel, so I can't answer that. I didn't ask where he was going. I just pretty much praised him, let him know that I was one of his biggest fans, and I would rather see him go somewhere else to get a Super Bowl ring versus retiring because of what that organization got going on.
Man,
Yeah,
they had.
man.
They
And
had
not only the GOAT, man, they forced Calvin into early retirement. Megatron.
right.
Yeah.
They had two great players that just up and
No, I don't even want to play anymore.
just quit.
That's
But
bad.
I also think what played a hand in Barry retiring is his love for the game. He didn't want to finish number one on that rushing list. He didn't want to take his father's number one back down.
Yeah, because that was gonna happen.
Yeah,
Imagine Barry Sanders on the Cowboys in the 90s.
bang.
Do you realize how soon that rushing record would have got obliterated?
Do you realize we might have saw a back that ran for 3,000 yards in the season?
No, the fact we would have saw a team win like 5 or 6 straight Super Bowls.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You would not have beaten Dallas if they had Barry Sanders. No disrespect to Emmitt Smith. And even Emmitt Smith admitted that Barry Sanders, he's cold.
Yeah.
That's like Michael
Barry.
Jackson admitting that Prince is actually more talented than he is.
Right. And you ain't gonna get to touch Barry till he get to the second or third level. It's a wrap.
And he's not gonna take those losses like he did in Detroit. He was running for his life.
Right.
He had to take a negative.
And even running for his life, he made people miss and just broke people off and turned nothing into big gains.
All the
Wow.
time.
I'm like, wow, man, look at this dude. This is all him. No blocking whatsoever. This is him
Yeah.
putting his foot in the ground, changing directions, giving a shake, and turning a 4-yard loss into a 25, 30-yard gain.
Oh
And then the beauty of it, when he scored, what did he do?
Hand the ball to the referee.
No,
Right.
no dance, no spike, no diva. Act like you've been there.
yeah. That's it.
Right.
I don't think we'll ever see another Barry Sanders, man. But
Never.
No. Everybody wants the spotlight now.
mhm.
The
That's unfortunate.
defense get a pick. Don't even run it back. Bat down a ball. Start running to the end
Right.
zone posing.
Right.
It's a little
Oh,
too much celebrating going on.
Yeah, but that
dude.
Yeah, we'll have to
but
say that for another
that's
we'll be here for an hour talking about that shit.
that's not taunting though. But you put your finger in somebody's face, that's taunting.
No, because Tyreek hit him with the peace sign, no flag, but then let it be an interception. The whole damn defense gets to go down and do a line dance in front of the camera.
Or the Tampa
That's not
Bay
a flag.
Bucks. Tampa Bay Bucks sit down and row the boat. The whole defense row the boat.
That's not taunting.
Nothing will ever top the Seattle Seahawks wide receiver core getting up there going, if it is enough.
Yeah. Yeah, doing
And
the
it's
audition.
they literally practice this. They take time and practice this shit.
They had a whole team.
Not go to the jugs and work on catching balls. We got to work on our end zone celebration, guys. Okay.
They had if it isn't love and NSYNC bye all in one season.
But I'm all for having fun because for a while it got stupid, where if a player showed any kind of excitement, damn refs wanted to throw flags. That was stupid. I'm all for a celebration, but now they've gone too far the other way.
Yeah.
You need to really back in a bit.
Right. It was
Get like WWF, man. I don't want to see that.
Right. Like the simple what Drew Pearson used to do, what T.O. used to do, that was all good. But they didn't, like you say, they didn't went all the way too far.
Yeah, the whole going to the store, T.O.
Yeah.
That was entertaining.
I'm talking about the popcorn and pulling out
the pom-poms, all of that.
Yeah.
Entertaining.
Right.
But, you can't use props. That's an offense.
Yeah.
Well, moving on, we had another move this week in the NFL. The Bears are set to hire former DC from the Colts, Matt. Help me with the pronunciation. Eberflus?
It don't matter. Wrong guy.
Where's Mike?
It doesn't matter what his name is. Yeah, well, that guy is now the Bears head coach. Question.
I just want to hear the commentators pronounce their name all season long.
I'm going to really try because, I'm good with hockey names, but this one, hold on, give me a second.
I think it's Eberdius. Matt Eberdius.
Eberdius?
Yep.
I'm looking at a spelling and that ain't what it say. Birdless is what it says.
Why don't none of these quarterbacks ever come back as coaches?
What was the question?
Why don't any quarterbacks ever come back as coaches?
That's just another OC. That's another OC.
Because
same reason why you don't get superstars in the NBA as coaches.
Because you know why? They make them go coach on a high school level and earn their stripes, and then they'll think about it. You have to show. You have to show that you've been coaching for them to give you a look at that. They want you to coach high school and then college, and then they'll give you a look in the NFL. So the process takes too long.
Yeah.
If you got a guy like Ben just retired right now. If he wanted to coach and he's how old? He don't have 5 or 6.
38.
Yeah, he don't
gotta
have
be about 40.
He don't have 5 or 6 years to go to like an apprenticeship to learn how to coach, to come back and coach in the NFL. He's been in the NFL. So
not to mention quarterback.
You know the game, you know it.
Exactly.
Not to mention quarterbacks play too long. They play too long. Like Big Ben's played for 18 years. He's almost 40. So he's not gonna want to go through all of that. He just spent a whole lot of time away from his family. He just spent a whole lot of time missing a lot of stuff. To have to drag it out even more, to miss more stuff. No.
Nah. Okay.
But
You
to,
don't
to
get, you
answer,
don't get, you don't,
I was saying
you don't
to
get
answer your question
superstars.
about why quarterbacks, just piggybacking, because a quarterback is essentially another offensive coordinator. They're not going to really. They can read defenses, but they can't necessarily manage a defense.
Okay. Okay.
So that you're going to basically hire another offensive coordinator to run into the same problem.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
Coach, what you're saying is that the blueprint is basically Dion, the way Dion did it. When he coached high school, now he's at the college level,
Worked
Yeah.
his
and in a
way up.
few years you may see him at the pro level.
Yeah, but Dion started out with Pop Warner,
Okay.
working with the little kids.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then he
Okay.
got a high school job, and then he started winning there, and then people started thinking, man, Dion having some success with these kids, and they listening to him, and he's making a connection with these kids, and then all of a sudden, he get a college job. But you notice, Dion's staff is all ex-NFL guys.
Right.
You know,
Instant
so
respect.
so so those guys, not only are they out there recruiting, but their name speaks for themselves. So
Okay.
now they instantly have these kids' attention because they've done it at the highest level, and these kids want to get there. So now you don't have to get them to buy in because they coming in with the mindset that I'm gonna buy in because these dudes are NFL guys,
Mm-hmm.
and that's
Okay.
part of the thing. It's hard to get kids to buy in with somebody that ain't never done it. So
Right.
when you got Dion and these guys that he's getting on his staff that are NFL guys that played at the highest level, these kids want that knowledge because they want to be where they were.
Right. Right. I can dig it.
Okay. Well, the other question that we didn't answer, we kind of segued into something else. But the question was, will Matt Eberdius, however you pronounce his name, help Justin Fields' development?
Nope. He's a defensive guy.
There you go.
What
Unless
is a
they hire
defensive?
a good offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
I mean, you need an offensive guy if you are trying to develop this quarterback. Somebody that's can take time with this kid and walk him through the ropes and what he needs to know and kind of force feed him the knowledge that he needs. And every day they got to be like Siamese twins almost
Okay.
in
How about
order for
this?
him.
How about not necessarily a coach, but go see the Mannings. What they got going on? I'm sure Peyton's still doing his quarterback camp.
Right?
Reach out to Peyton. Hey Peyton, can you work with me this summer? Why not?
I think I think he would do. I think he would be better served, and no, not to like Peyton Manning. He'd be better served going to talk to a Michael Vick, a Big Ben.
That's another
He would
person. Yeah.
because he's an athletic. He's an athletic quarterback. Peyton Manning could teach him certain parts of it,
That's
but
the part he needs, though.
that's the part he needs.
That's the part he needs. He's
But
got the running down.
He needs to be able to manipulate the game the
yeah,
way that Tom Brady and Peyton Manning and Aaron Rodgers and those guys do.
yeah,
Because that's the hardest part of learning the game.
it's
The
the thinking
draw
part.
the drawing people off sides, the switching up snap counts, getting the free plays, and getting yourself out of bad plays into good plays. You
Right.
know,
Yeah,
that's what
you
he's
you
got to
need
get. Because
you need
people are
somebody that can
pinning
sit
their
down with him and dissect stuff.
yeah, because people are pinning their ears back and just coming after the poor kid. And if they don't have
Yeah,
a good line, he's gonna get his bell rung.
And that happened.
yeah,
Right.
That happened several
Exactly.
times.
Several
Exactly.
times. Right. 'Cause they was wrapping him up like he was a little boy, and I was like, wow.
Right.
One time he got hit so hard. Yeah, y'all was seeing unnecessary roughness. He
Yeah.
got up and his face mask was back here. He was in bad shape. But yeah, man,
But
I agree with you, Coach. I don't think that was a good hire for the Bears. Brian Flores, I keep coming back to him. Would have been perfect for that Bears job.
yeah, but I keep telling you, anybody that has a situation that's pretty much set, you're not gonna get a black coach there. You're just not.
So how about this? Does Eric Bieniemy finally get a head coach job?
Nope, he's
No
not.
matter what happens the rest of the season with the Chiefs, win, lose, or draw.
Nope, he's not. That ship is already sailed.
Wow, that's unfortunate.
Yep.
Has
Amy, you want
anybody
to
is
add something
he
to that?
has he even
behind the
interviewed?
scenes
Go ahead, gang.
that's causing it? Like did he do something behind the scenes that's causing that we don't know about?
We don't know. As far as we know,
Uh,
he's been the
I don't.
offensive coordinator for one of the most prolific offenses in NFL history for the last 5 seasons.
I don't think people believe in him because of his skin color. You have to be above and beyond. You know. Now, if Eric Bieniemy had won 2 Super Bowls or something like that, they'll be knocking his door down.
And he's
But
been
he
in
has.
2 and won one, lost one.
Right. But that ain't never good enough for us. You can't win one, lose one if you us. You got to win every time you go there. That's okay for the other ones.
Right.
Because did you hear today that all we have been hearing was the Jaguars were going to interview Byron Leftwich. But guess who they interviewed today?
What was that?
Vic Fangio,
Oh my God.
who just
What?
got fired in Denver.
See, this the bullshit. I'm sorry.
Jacksonville interviewed Vic Fangio for the head coach today.
If I'm
And
a
that's
Jacksonville fan, I'm pissed right now.
and that's what I keep saying, man. It's not set up for us to be there. Vic Fangio.
Wow. Answer this one. So, if there's no head coaching vacancies that's set up for Eric Bieniemy, I would say Eric is happy where he is. Because guess what? He could be the heir apparent to Andy Reid once he steps down. Because I don't imagine Andy Reid coaching too many more seasons.
That would
That's
be
just like Josh McDaniels.
That's an ideal situation.
yes. That's what if I was him, that's what I would be saying. I would be talking to him and saying, hey, I want this job. I don't want to go anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
I want to stay here.
Right.
How
It's
can
like old boy in New England.
yeah, how can we make this happen? Because he's been being tutored. He's been getting more and more opportunity to do more and more with Kansas City. So why
That's
not?
got to be the play.
It's got to be, or it should be.
I hope so in the Bieniemy camp that those talks are happening. That would be fantastic for somebody that has long overdue for a head coaching position.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, segueing from head coaches to retirements, there was rumblings of Tom Brady's impending retirement. What do you say? You think he's going to step away? You think tablet time is done?
Me personally, I would like to see him go till 50. I would like to see that. You
He's
don't
gonna
get to
go out
see
like
that
B
all the
Hop.
time.
Don't you do it?
What you say?
Nope.
Y'all see what happened to
Nope.
B Hop boxing at 50?
I would like to see it be done.
I don't.
I think he got one more year. I
Yeah,
think next
'cause he-
year.
What
I
does
think
he
it
have to
depends on. I
prove
think.
at this point, other than
I think.
I'm gonna break some more
You don't
records?
have nothing to prove.
I just
No,
think
nothing to
he
prove, and I
still.
think it all depends on what he got coming back.
I think he still has that fire. It's not dim yet, and he likes the practice part of the game. That's the
That's the part.
hardest part. He loves the
That's the
practice
part.
part and the camaraderie of being with the guys, the practice aspect of getting ready for the games.
Right.
Because he's a cerebral guy.
Mm-hmm.
When he no longer feels cerebral about the game, then he's gonna walk away. I know his family is a big thing, but they're gonna let him get everything he wants out of this because they've always done that.
Right.
So I think he's gonna play one more year. I think Gronk is gonna play one more year, and they're gonna see where it go, and then that's gonna be it.
I think
All
he's
right.
done. I think he's done based on what I heard on XM the other day. They had Brett Favre on and was asking, hey, what do you think about Tom Brady retiring? And he was saying, well, essentially, the fact that he's mentioning that he's thinking about it, one. Two, I think he has teenage kids that he's pretty much missed pretty much most of their life because he's been playing football. You have that, and the fact that that last game, I can say a lot of part of this season, Brady's been popped. And 44, 45-year-old, you don't recover from those big hits like you used to.
Right. Okay, so he don't want that them broken ribs like my man got down there in New Orleans. But they broke a whole side of his ribs was broke.
Mm-hmm.
The one hit,
Drew Brees. Yeah,
Brees.
that's why he retired.
Yeah, that one.
But
Hey, I knew it was time for him to go. When they showed the X-rays, I was like, oh my life.
Oh, he's done.
I wouldn't even come back after that.
Hey, X-ray looked like the Walking Dead.
yeah, but I hate to say it, but I think they protect him a lot more than they do a lot of other quarterbacks. And really he gets rid of the ball quick, so he can protect himself a little bit, by getting rid of the ball and the running game. I think healthy receivers help him out quite a bit. Losing those guys made him have to take some more hits because he wasn't sure of the new guys that he had out there. But I think he got one more year and then he's going to call it quits. He said he wanted to play the 45. That would be his 45 year.
That is true. That is true. Me and Tom were separated for 2 months, a month, something like that. So
Wow.
we shall see. We shall see.
I had added more years to him. I thought he was about 48. That's why I said 50.
No, sir. He is
Didn't Steve
44.
he was in his 50s?
Who
It's
plays
just-
in the NFL to their 50s?
The Bird, used to quarterback the Kansas City Chiefs.
No, I don't think he was that old. I think he was 40, like 43, like Brady is now.
Oh, okay.
You have to have Stat Philly look that up.
Tom has been around for so long. I can see how you could feel like he was about 50.
Right.
Well,
He playing with receivers that probably was there was probably two when he first got
It's true.
checked in.
They were still in their dad.
You're right.
Wow, but yeah, this gonna be interesting off season in NFL as always. To see how that develops, especially with this coaching carousel. But that just really pisses me off about our black coaches, man, not getting the first shake. But it's the nature of the beast.
Yeah, when I saw that Vic Fangio got interviewed, I'm like, really?
For what? What did he do in Denver that was so fantastic that they decided to fire him? And you think he's going to come in and fix your team? How?
He's not.
How, Sway?
Right. They probably looking at what Denver had a season they shouldn't have had.
What, you looking at some old tape? Well, he must have rolled in there with some old tape. Well, 10 years ago, I ran this and no. No,
No,
no.
no.
There's nothing he can do to help any program.
Okay. Well, we're
I
gonna
I
go
mean,
think
ahead
if
and
you get,
what's that,
I
Chris?
think if you get fired, I think if you get fired and you actually sucked at your job, you shouldn't get another head coaching job like 2 weeks later. Like you
That
sucked at
might
your job.
you might be on to something because you know the whole Rooney rule where you have to have you have to interview. See, it doesn't say hire; it just says interview, and that's where
Interview.
people get the words twisted. Don't act like that's a win. That's a butter biscuit. Oh, you can interview. You have no chance in hell on getting the job, but we'll let you interview.
Right,
So I need people to understand the Rooney rule and what it really means.
right.
Because if that was the case, we obviously would have more black head coaches than Mike Tomlin, who is the only one right now.
Wow.
Yep, that's fact.
And they was calling for his job a few years ago.
They were. CC will tell you.
Hmm People was acting real crazy. I'm like, I don't know what y'all think gonna happen.
Right. What you gonna
Y'all
get
not
better
gonna
than
get.
what
You ain't gonna get nothing better than him.
Not right now. Not right now. Tell you that. But speaking of
And
better,
you know what?
it's time for these NFL picks. AFC NFC Championship Week. Who you got? AFC Chiefs. Who you taking? Chiefs, Bengals.
I'm gonna take. I'm gonna go out on a limb and take the Bengals.
Blowout. Close.
Close game.
Overtime.
I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a shootout. But I kind of trust. The thing of it is that I trust the Bengals running game more so than I trust Kansas City.
I'd agree with that.
And I feel like if they get a lead, then they'll run the ball.
They'll
And
do the
they
smart
can act,
thing.
they'll do the smart thing and run the ball. I think the only thing that I would say is that I think it will come. I don't even think it comes down to the quarterbacks and all of that stuff. I think it comes down to the head coaches, and that's where Andy Reid would have the advantage.
True that. True that.
man, did
That's
you
where Andy
see
Reid.
that crossing route that they threw to Tyreek Hill on the
Yeah.
linebacker? Can't no linebacker cover that.
Yeah, because the linebacker had inside and Tyreek still ran past him and then across him.
Now,
Right.
if I'm Kansas City, I would find 4 or 5 ways to run that same play, and try to hit him on that, and just he goes
Right. Right.
because can't nobody catch him. He caught that ball and he made one move and he turned upfield, and people had the angle on him, and he just flat
Outran the
out
Yankees.
ran them. He just flat out outran them.
Telling you, when Cheetah hits you with the peace sign, that's what it means. Peace. I'm out of here.
And I'm like, wow, this dude here is rolling.
Which is
Right.
why I can't understand why they don't find creative ways just to get him the ball. They used to, I mean, I know a couple of seasons ago they used to put him in the backfield, and it's like they kind of stopped doing that. Maybe they need to do more of that again.
I think they don't want him to take so many hits.
You might have to because
Because
you might have to this week because I mean the Beagles defense ain't as bad as you think it is.
oh no, but he's been dinged up a little bit, hamstrings and that kind of stuff. So you might see them move around a little bit.
So who you got, Coach?
I'm gonna go with Kansas City.
All right, we got one Bengals, one Kansas City. Game, who you got? Chiefs,
I'm
Bengals.
taking Kansas City by 14.
Okay.
I don't think there's not nothing bad against the Bengals. They're young, and if they fall behind, it'll implode.
Right.
Yeah.
They'll hit the panic button. What they'll do
And
is
I
they
just think
hit the panic button.
I think the atmosphere in Kansas City is
Intimidating.
yeah. I had a friend of mine who got some tickets to last week's game against Buffalo, and he was way up in the top. Do you know That dude came home from the game Sunday, and on Tuesday, his ears was still ringing from the crowd noise
Oh wow.
from the stadium.
Yeah, that's the loudest stadium in the NFL.
He posted it on Facebook about how the fans were cool to him, although he had his Buffalo stuff on, and how the noise and the volume was so utterly crazy. He was like, "Man, my head and my hearing is still ringing from the game," and this was Tuesday evening
Wow.
because it was so loud. It's crazy. Yeah.
All right, so we
So,
have one for the Bengals, two for the Chiefs, and then make it Chiefs for me. I tell you what, I say that with an asterisk. I say it with an asterisk because if they put that poor damn cornerback that was on Gabriel Davis, by the way, who just scored again, they put his ass out there, man to man, on Jamar Chase, it's going to be a bad ending for the Chiefs. Because if the Bengals get up, like CC said, they can play keep away. They can run the ball, kill the clock. Mahomes can't hurt you if he's on the sideline.
Right.
The only
The
thing
most
I
points
would-
you can score on a possession is 7. I'm sorry,
right.
8. 8 is the most points you can score on a possession. So if
But-
they get up a couple of scores, ooh,
But you got to think 13 seconds. Man, they went down the field in 13 seconds.
that was more the prevent defense than the Chiefs.
Yeah.
But then on the one where they ran the crossing route that Cheetah just pieced out everybody.
That was the Chiefs.
They-
That had nothing to do with defense.
Yeah, they didn't
they
have the
exploited a
ball very
matchup.
long on that series either.
They
So they
exploited
was
a matchup and took advantage of it. But no, that the 13 seconds was poor defensive calls. I don't know how long you've been playing football or watching football. Everybody knows damn well prevent defense prevents you from winning.
right.
Run the same damn defense you've been running with the same players.
For
It's time to earn
13
your
seconds.
paycheck, boys.
Yeah, because you got to get 2 plays in.
You got to.
You got to play defense as hard as you can for 2 plays.
Yeah, just let it go. Just put it all out there. This is it. You want to come out the game with 13 seconds left
You
to
might
go
need
to the AFC Championship? You want out?
Yeah, you want out. You might be looking for a job next week because you
Yeah.
might get released.
Because I remember DeMarco Four doing the Super Bowl in 2000. Checked itself out because McNair was driving down. The defensive line was gassed. And I said, I get it. Because guess what? If I can't go 100% right now, we're going to lose. You better off going with a backup at 100 than me at 70.
Right.
So it is going to be interesting. People's champ, he's back. Unmute yourself, brother.
Man, we
Hey,
don't
man.
want to hear what he got to say no damn way.
We got to hear what you. We on the AFC NFC Championship preview and picks.
Did we do our NFC championship preview?
We have not got there yet. We're still on AFC.
Okay.
Man, just answer the question. He just told you where we was at.
Bengals or Chiefs? Who you got?
Hey man, hey Coach Corey, man, what's up with this hostility tonight with you, brother? Do you need to go get you another steak, man? What is your problem tonight, brother?
Hey,
Hey,
did y'all have a bet? Do you owe him some money?
Coach Corey owed me, man. Hey, I told him he can just. I ain't gonna never see him to get my shrimp. He can just cash at me the equivalent value of shrimp.
Dino's, I was an hour away from him last Sunday. I said, hey man, I'm an hour. I said, I'm about an hour and a half from you on Sunday, man. Come on down. Come on down. I got you.
Hey man, you're an hour and a half on Sunday. Games going on. Come on, Coach Corey, man. Hey, come on.
Hey man, I was working.
It's called
I was
YouTube
working.
TV, man. Take the game with you.
I was working. I was down there trying to get some kids recruited, running a camp. I said, hey man, I'm gonna be an hour and a half away. Come on down. I got you.
Coach Corey.
He ain't want to do it. He ain't want to do it.
Hour and a half in the cold. The cup. Yeah.
Hey man, I got up at 6 o'clock in the morning to drive down there. He
Facts.
couldn't drive down there. I was there from 9 to about 2:30. He couldn't
Hey.
squeeze no
What
time.
what 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 was your key word? You was working. Sunday I rest. I don't
Oh,
work. I work Monday through Friday.
hey, if you wanted your money, you would have came and got it.
Hey man, you know what? That's why they create money transferring methods, man, like Cash App,
Nah,
Venmo, Zelle.
nope. I got hacked Saturday morning. Somebody tried to get in my account at Coinbase for
That's
like
why they.
five
That's why they.
hundred dollars. So my
That's why.
card was,
That's why they got Zelle too, Coach.
Oh
Corey.
no, man, you got hacked, coach.
yep, my card was deactivated. I had to get a new card.
Damn.
So I had cash money for him. I was ready to cash out.
Hey,
I had
Coach,
straight
man,
money
hey,
for him.
Hot, straight out the ATM.
Straight
Chris.
out the ATM. Chris
hey,
dollars. He ain't even want to come get him.
hey, Coach, hey, hey, the cost of the shrimp, the cost of gas is gonna be way more than
Hey,
the shrimp.
I
God damn,
could have took care of all that shrimp and gas.
you didn't tell me that.
You trip people's champ.
And
Hey,
I
man.
could have got him some grits with his shrimp.
Hot.
Hey, hey man,
I told him ahead of time,
Yeah.
man, how far are you away? Come on down, dog. I got you. He ain't want to come.
Coach
Yeah.
Corey full of it, man.
We still got a bet on the line, but I think we're both gonna lose. I based on this move with Nathaniel Hackett going to Denver, I think Rodgers may be going to the Broncos.
Hey man, that may be true, man. With that Nathaniel Hackett signing and everything, man. He's familiar with him. The thing is, re-signing Devontae and trading him to Denver for some of them picks, man. They're gonna have to give up. Hey, but you know the Broncos get some nice picks from the Ram for Von Miller.
Mm-hmm.
They may want to
got
ship
picks to burn.
They got picks to burn. So hey, you can probably give them 2 number ones and a 3 for Devontae. You sign Devontae and then trade him and everything, or franchise him and trade him. No harm off your back. But the pick. Joe Burrow versus Patrick Mahomes, not Flatrick Magones.
Yeah, Flatrick Magones is gone.
I know he's gone now.
And let me clarify this again for those who didn't catch the show Tuesday. Elite status is not permanent. Elite status comes and goes. So Mahomes has regained his elite status. But if he has a season like he did this year, he will then fall off of the elite status.
Quick question.
Down to good. Very good.
If he loses Sunday, will he fall off his elite perch then?
No. I think the last 5 games he's recovered. He's figured out how to read the defenses. He's taking what's given to him. And he's actually using his legs more, which is something that I've been wanting him to see from him instead of forcing the ball down the field. So win, lose, or draw, Mahomes has recovered his elite status.
He would have to have a really meltdown bad game.
He'd have to go throw 4 picks and have 150 yards, and it just had to be awful. Like, what happened? I don't see that happening. I think this game is going to be close, just like they were last week. And like I said,
he'd have to have a James Harden meltdown.
Yeah, if that poor bastard cornerback, if they I'm telling you, if they put his ass out there, man, on Jamar Chase, it's gonna be problems.
My prediction is Kansas City go win by 7 or more. And the reason why I say that is Kansas City's at home. They got their 12th man by being in Arrowhead Stadium. And if you guys ever been to Arrowhead Stadium, even though that's an outdoor stadium, that's one of the loudest stadiums in the NFL.
I was just talking about that.
So they will have that advantage, man. I'm telling you. They will have that advantage at Arrowhead. So I'm going with the Chiefs.
All right. So we are all Chiefs except for CC, who's with the Bengals. We shall see. Moving on to the NFC. 49ers. Rams. Third act. And we all know you seldom beat a team 3 times in a season. What you got, CC?
Rams.
Why?
I just think they want their lick back. They got enough. They got enough footage of what they did wrong.
Gotta get their lick back.
Who you got, Coach?
Hey, I'm going with the Rams too. They gotta get their lick back, man. I think this the end of porn star Jimmy, man.
The OBGY Jimmy's done after this game.
Yeah, I think Von Miller and Aaron Donald looking their chops right about now.
I would concur. Game, who you got?
I'm gonna take the Niners. I'm gonna take the Niners by 3, strictly because Shanahan has beaten. He's the only coach. The Rams coach has never beaten Shanahan. He's 0-6. So
those setups worry me when somebody's never done something and people kind of start to harp on it. It comes a time where that never becomes today.
Well, my pick is the Niners, and that's why I'm taking him, because he hasn't beaten that coach.
Yeah.
Sometimes some people just got your number.
That's true too.
You know what I mean? Sometimes it's just like.
Okay. All right. I'm going to take the Rams begrudgingly because I don't want to see Stan Kroenke win shit. But my football acumen tells me the Rams are rested. The 49ers are not. They're banged up. They're injured. They just came from Lambeau. Right? And the fact you seldom see any team beat the same team 3 times in the same season.
Yep.
Rams are due.
That's an interesting shit.
And asterisk, Odell was not there for those 2 games.
Oh, he was there for the second game.
Was he? I didn't think he got there yet.
He was there for the second game.
He was there for the second game. He wasn't there for the first one.
Remove asterisk. Stenographer. Strike.
He said, "Strike it from the record."
Strike that from the record. Yeah, I got. Like I said, I'm not happy to say it, but Rams are gonna win.
Oh, that's a pretty. Hey, there you go. Hey, man, this game is going to come down to. It's going to come down to that defense. Still, both defenses. I know. San Francisco's banged up a little bit on offense. The Rams are clicking on all cylinders. Cooper Kupp, everything. I think San Francisco have a game plan for that. So if you notice this year, Cooper Kupp didn't really get off on San Francisco like he got off on everybody else. With that being said, I got the San Francisco 49ers. And I'm going to tell you who's going to be the X factor in this game. The X factor in this game will be Brandon Ayuk. Not Brandon Puke. Brandon Ayuk will be the X factor in this game. I think he will have a good game. Brandon Ayuk will have a good game. I think what's the running back's name? I think what's his name? And I had him too, man. What's his name? Mitchell. Mitchell will have a good game too, man. Kittle will just do Kittle. Debo, you know, they go have what's the name on Debo and everything, man. But I think as long as San Francisco is running the ball successfully, pushing it down their throat, and keeping their Rams offense off the field, man, I got them Niners. I got the Niners winning by 7. And the thing about that too is they are playing, even though they're playing in SoFi, the San Francisco 49ers travel very well as a group. And Stan Kroenke and the LA fan base, Stan Kroenke had to turn tickets away. Hey, everybody that was buying tickets in that game was San Francisco fans. San Francisco, Stan Kroenke had to put a stop on it. Everybody that was buying them tickets for that game was Niners fans.
So
That place,
you're not accounting
that place,
for the injuries.
that place will be half and half. It's not gonna be Rams galore. It's gonna be half and half. You go, hey, this is the playoff time, man. People suck it up. If you're injured or you hurt,
That
may be
is
hurt.
injured. Did you see the game? Did you see them hobble off on and off the field?
I saw it, and you got to look at this too. You got to take a lot of that consideration to 6 degrees outside and snow. It was cold. It was miserable.
Right, and that game, and you're gonna turn around and play the Rams after that game, and those amount of injuries to your key players.
Certain players and certain people step up when it's time to step up when the lights on them. They know this is it, man. This is for all the marbles, man. This is when your competitive edge as an athlete kicks in. This when that competitor, this when that you put aside what's happening to you. Hey, it's time to get that cortisone, get that shot. It's time to strap up for a couple hours. Let's go get out there and do it. What'd you say?
Pop them pills too while you at it.
Hey, get your couple of them pills and get that cortisone, man. You be in la la land for at least a couple hours.
The wild card for me is Matt Stafford, because Matt Stafford could go out there and nut up the whole game.
Yeah,
go out there and have a Detroit-like performance, because San Francisco clearly can keep away.
They can.
They can play keep away. So if they get down a few scores, Matt Stafford can turn into Matt Staggert and just start throwing picks.
Because you got to think the Rams has no picks. They traded their picks to Detroit. They traded their picks to Denver. Now, devil's advocate, if Matthew Stafford stinks up the place, will he return next year as the Rams quarterback?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's the best quarterback they didn't have. Yeah, Goff got him to the Super Bowl, which this is the Super Bowl that I'm predicting is a rematch of, remember that game a few seasons ago when the Rams and the Chiefs played each other and they both scored over 50 points, and it's the first time it happened in the NFL.
Yeah.
Everybody thought that was a Super Bowl preview.
When they played down in Mexico. That game was played in Mexico.
You're getting it this year.
Absolutely.
You want a rematch of the Super Bowl from 2 years ago when the Chiefs beat the 49ers.
It will be a repeat from 2 years ago, the Chiefs and the Niners. It will be a repeat.
You want to do a double or nothing on that bet, since our whole Derrick Henry.
Nah, you bastards don't pay bets, man. I'm not betting you bastards no more. Y'all can kiss my ass. Oh yeah.
No, don't be like that, BP. Hey, I'll pay a bet.
The key is you gotta win the bet, dog. You gotta win the bet.
In the 80s, I still owe money too. Sorry.
That's what's up, man.
The problem is you gotta win the bet, dog. Numbers don't lie.
All right, man.
You never won the bet. It was a wash.
Right.
Okay, we got to push out the deal, man.
If it's an over and under, and you set an over and under, it has to be over or under. It was even. That means the house wins.
I'm the house.
No, etc., etc., etc. What are you saying, Willy Wonka? That means you lose.
I'm the house. The house wins.
Hey, sir.
Hey, man, I'm the house, dog. House wins, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Y'all ain't listening.
That's what happened to you.
Yeah, we listening, but you ain't listening to yourself because you sound like a damn fool.
Yeah, hey, man.
You don't hear us claiming that we won because we didn't. It was a wash.
Hey, man, I'm not listening to y'all, man. Y'all lousy, man.
So we
do realize
doubling down, BP?
Y'all do.
I'm not betting y'all, man. Y'all stink, man.
Y'all debated with the same man that said that the Lakers still got a shot.
He's just slightly delusional. What you see is a mirage that's before you.
Hey, man, y'all.
I'm riding with you. The Lakers do got a chance.
That's it, man. Hey, y'all gonna be laughing. Same thing make you laugh, make you cry. That's all I'm gonna say.
Laugh now, cry later.
Well, I tell you got a chance. LeBron look like he on his way home, man. He didn't cut it down pretty damn low.
Yeah.
man. Y'all just y'all
Come
y'all
on
just
home,
got.
LeBron. Stop standing in between the screen door and the door. I already unlocked it. Just come on in.
Hey man, y'all just don't like my boys, man. But that's cool though, man.
Hey, when he come on in, he need to call Kevin Durant and bring him on in with him.
They need to come in
Yep.
hand in hand.
We need to get
Right.
two for one.
I
2 for
got
1
you.
special.
2 Cavalises for the price of one.
He say two.
Do they got what?
Two
Do they got
teddies.
some? Do
Right.
they
He
got?
said.
Do
He
they got some
said.
clip? Do they got the? They
Hey,
gonna have to bring out the supercharged clippers for Kevin Durant though.
he said we got 2 low and evens for them brothers, man.
You know, you go
No.
to the barbershop and they got the certain haircuts on the little board, and you pick which number you want. That motherfucker gonna have just a 1. Bald.
Hey, they gonna have to get a
Two
straight
number
razor
ones,
on.
please.
They gonna have to get a straight razor on KD shit.
Sure
Ain't
is.
no clippers. It's gonna be all straight razor.
Oh,
You have to pull out the Ginsu.
You gotta get to the meat on his shit. He gotta start fresh.
Ooh.
hey, them naps are straight from Africa and rebellious.
Man, them buckshots, man.
Man, y'all
Straight
just talk
buckshots,
about.
man. Hot Home can't get them buckshots out.
Okay.
Well, y'all
No.
just do. Y'all do people bad, man.
He did himself bad. That dude worth millions. He can't get a damn haircut.
Hey man, he ought to play. He ought to play in a skull cap.
Talking about the one that don't even cover your ears. It only comes to about here.
Right. Yep, he should just roll that mug up like a beanie on top of his head.
He in a commercial with one of them on.
Yeah.
You seen that commercial?
Damn.
Yes, sir.
Did he have one on that Drake video?
Yep.
Jesus.
That's what he need, dog.
KD, come on, man. If you ever roll through the
I
loop,
just want to see Katie. I just want to see
you ain't
Katie in
even
a
gotta
suit
come to the
once.
house. I could come to you because now they have wireless ones. I just charge that son bitch up before I leave the house.
Right.
Oh
No.
man,
Let's go.
You got the one. You got the ones with the real good blades on them.
Oh yeah, super sharp. It's like a cut
Super
air.
sharp.
Right.
man, y'all
Because I think them
crazy,
naps.
man.
I think them naps fight back.
They might. I mean, I'm gonna go in with the vest on. I'll be
Man,
real.
y'all are just.
I'm coming in with the Kevlar.
Hey man,
Can one of y'all show that picture for me? I need somebody to show
I
that
think
picture.
Coach
For
got it.
hey man, y'all are going straight to hell, man.
No, we not. We finna show you why this man need to come home.
Man, y'all are crazy as hell, man.
Hey, I know the feeling. Once it start going, I did the same thing. Like cut it all off.
Me too.
Man, cut it all off.
What's that?
His cousin.
That's Westbrook.
Sometimes I let it grow, and that spot still to be there. I'll be like, well, it didn't grow back this time. Gotta go.
This is why the Lakers can't win, man. Look at your boy Westbrook. What does he got on?
And this dude.
He got
Hey man, he looked like he was West Side Connection, man.
He got two West Side connections.
Two. Pick one.
Bow down. Hey man, good picks, man.
I just need I need an explanation for that.
There's no explanation, man.
Oh,
Hey,
here we go.
hey.
Hold on. We got it. Look at this.
Oh my God. Here we go.
Yeah, let me go ahead and oh, sure.
Yeah, let me stop, sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on, KD, baby. Come on, man. Hold on. Having a little difficulty here. Hang on. Hang with me, y'all. Really?
Yes,
Oh,
really.
my God.
This is when it was long. See how you can't get rid of that? You see that right there? See how you can't?
Unbelievable, man.
Like, come on.
And it was happening in the front, too.
Yeah, like.
Yeah.
It's happening in the front, dog. It's about the. Hey, man, His head looked like an aerial view of the Nile.
Unbelievable, man. Y'all need y'all.
If you in
Come
a
on, BP, you see this, bro. I know you see it.
That's a picture of the Nile, and you flying over the top looking at muddy water.
Hey, he looked like his name should be Uncle Slim.
No, yeah.
That's Uncle Slim for you.
Like, look at this one, bruh. What's going on?
Hey man, hey, he just got to get some.
It's like he had the no lie, the no lie conditioner in like too damn long, and you burnt your damn scalp anyway. Come on,
man.
bro.
That's crazy, man.
It's like unpopped popcorn.
Man,
come on.
That ain't even been brushed. That ain't been brushed in like
no effort.
Years.
That's no effort.
He probably ain't brushed that since high school.
He ain't brushed it. He ain't brushed his hair since the MVP speech.
Man, look here. Stevie Wonder can see that this man need a damn haircut. Okay.
That's the last time he wore a suit.
Man, y'all are cold-blooded, man. Right. Hey, man, in honor of my man, hey, man, we got our picks in, man. In honor of my man, West 10, man. Today, we got birthdays today, man. One person birthday today, Mr. Bobby Blue Bland. Rest in peace, Bobby Blue Bland. He died in 13, man. Bobby Blue Bland died in 2013. Today would have been his day, man. Happy heavenly birthday, Bobby Blue Bland.
Yes, sir.
Next person, birthday today is Fred Taylor, FT, former Florida Gator, Jacksonville Jaguar. Fred Taylor's birthday today, man. Fred Taylor turned 46 today, man. Shout out to Fred Taylor, man. Next person, Crystal should really know this if she's a fan, but Mr. Art Rooney, the founder of the Pittsburgh Steelers. His birthday would have been today. Happy heavenly birthday, Art Rooney. Couple more birthdays I'm gonna throw out there to you guys. My man, the late Dr. Jerry Buss. The late Dr. Jerry Buss. Today would have been his birthday. Happy heavenly birthday to the man that created Showtime, Dr. Jerry Buss, man.
He probably turning over in his grave watching these boys play right now.
Hey, man. Shout out to Keith Olbermann, Sports Center personality. Keith Olbermann birthday today, man. Couple more birthdays, man. Chris Collinsworth, today is his birthday as well, man. Chris Collinsworth of Inside the NFL, Emmy-winning person. Chris Collinsworth turned 63 today.
Damn, he's 63?
63, man.
I want to look like that at 63.
Yeah. Hey, man, if you guys don't know nothing about literature, man, no poetry or nothing, man. Man, not literature or poetry, but one of the greatest composers of all time. A guy by the name of Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. The classical genius of Wolfgang Mozart. Today is Mozart's birthday. And two more people, man, in our history, man. Today, happy heavenly birthday to my man, Mr. Ronaldo Ray. Ronaldo Ray's birthday today, man. And then, last but not least, my man, my boy. They call him Pops, man. My man, Pops. John Witherspoon. Happy heavenly birthday to John Witherspoon, man. Happy birthday to Pops, man. Those are our birthdays for today, man. Happy birthday to the peoples today. If this your birthday, happy birthday to you, man. We appreciate you, man, here at No Balls, No Glory. That being said, another amazing episode of No Balls, No Glory. Shout out to my man Dino's, man. Holding it down while I had to jump off and handle some business, man. But Dino just, he picked up the baton and ran like it ain't nothing, like nothing happened, man. Like he always do. He a track star. He can take the baton and boom. He gonna give us the gold medal. So shout out to my man Dino and the rest of the crew for jumping in today, man. Y'all want to say any parting words before we slide up out of here?
I ran the show like Gabriel Davis did last week past the Kansas City secondary. And Gabriel Davis just scored again.
Dog. Hey, man, with that being said, man, we will see you next Tuesday, 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. And be ready because we're going to have a whole weekend of what the hell's coming your way next week. So be ready to check us out. Dino, take us up out of here, brother.
We out, y'all. Peace.
Peace.
Rest in peace, Shock G.
Shock G, rest in peace, baby.